Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Got a big game coming up Saturday night, 7:30 kickoff, Tennessee, South Carolina. We've been talking all week how this atmosphere is going to be electric, right? You go back to last year, you look at some of those moments against Florida, against Alabama, and then we kind of get into recruiting in the class of 2024 in the offseason, and a lot of the kids are all saying the same thing. The atmosphere, the environment. I took in that Florida game. I took in that Alabama game. These moments they're when you have an opportunity to create some momentum on the recruiting trail, and so far in this 2023 season, haven't really had that chance to make that impact. Your biggest environment, your biggest game was on the road against the Gators. You played Virginia at a neutral site, but Saturday night in Neyland Stadium, dark mode is engaged, and we've got a huge opportunity for some recruits that are going to be in town. Tennessee's got a lot of guys from the class of 2025 that will be on campus. You got a couple of top-rated quarterbacks from 2026 that are going to be in town. But as far as the class of 2024, right now Tennessee currently sitting at 7th in the country according to on3.com. They've got some big ones in town that are going to be able to move the needle if they can create some momentum here. First, four-star running back Daniel Hill. He would be a great 1-2 punch with Peyton Lewis. He's going to be in town. Sounds like it's down to Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina. A lot of people think that Bama is out front. Here's the Simmons scoop. Chad Simmons from over at on3.com said Daniel Hill surprised many when he called off his commitment one day before he was set to commit on August the 23rd. Goes on to say if he committed last month, South Carolina had all the momentum. He's visited Alabama, has Hill on campus this month, and is also expected back in Tuscaloosa this weekend. The Crimson Tide and the Gamecocks are still at the top of the list. He is a Mississippi State legacy, continues to communicate with the Bulldogs, and also Tennessee has been mentioned again as well. Now, Daniel Hill to me has seemed like a guy that ship had sailed, but now you've got him on campus. You've got an opportunity to create that impression, what we are all about inside of Neyland Stadium. Again, it's going to be electric. It's going to be a good visit for Daniel Hill. Can Tennessee create some momentum there? Also, four-star wide receiver Cam Michael's going to be in town. He's been crystal balled to Georgia. A lot of people say, well, that's it. It's over. It's done. Boogie, he's gone. Not so fast, my friend. Also interested in Tennessee, South Carolina, Colorado, Kentucky, Texas A&M. Simmons scoop on Cam Michael. Says he was at Florida over the weekend for an unofficial visit, but the Gators do not appear to be in his top group. Says Tennessee is where Michael will be at the end of the month, and the Vols have consistent buzz around them. Texas A&M is another one to keep an eye on. Kentucky and Georgia are two more SEC schools he is communicating with. So Tennessee very much in it with four-star wide receiver Cam Michael. He will be in town. But this is the big one. This is the main event. This is what came out yesterday. Five-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton changes visit plans for this weekend. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But as always, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Myself and Coach Jay going to pour a cup of coffee, get you guys geared up, ready for the South Carolina game. We'll also be live on Saturday an hour before kick and then immediately following the game. So make sure you guys tune in and check it out. But let's talk about Jordan Seaton because this is a big one. This is the type of player that moves the needle. When you want to jump inside the top five, Jordan Seaton is the type of kid that can do it. You look at the On3 report here, 6'5", 295-pound offensive tackle, rated 32nd overall as a prospect, one of the top offensive tackles in the country. You can see there On3 and Rivals both have him as number 1. 247 Sports, ESPN have him at 3 and 4 respectfully. But you look at his grading according to On3. The industry rankings have him as a 96.19. You look at Tennessee's class of 24, that puts him right up there with the other two 5-stars in the class. Mike Matthews grades out at a 97.9, Jordan Ross at a 96.41. So Jordan Seaton would slide right in there as the third best player according to the rankings on Tennessee's roster in 2024. You go over to 247 Sports, take a look at the scouting report from Brian Doan. It says has the frame to play either guard or tackle at the college level. Plays left tackle in high school, has legitimate size and length. Saw play on multiple occasions during the 2022 season. Performed well against strong competition. High-level athleticism combined with a nasty streak. I want that in my offensive tackle. Says he's physical and active with his hands, forceful initial punch, quick feet, allows for impressive lateral movement, has the ability to sink his hips and explode into the defender. brings a ferocious attitude to the line of scrimmage. Once engaged, drives his legs to push defender back. Goes on to say here that he is difficult to disengage from high school players. Athleticism shines when asked to pull, uses proper footwork, and gets into gap quickly. Excellent body control and can target linebackers in space. Uses lower body strength well, including to correct with rep. Scrapes and gets to the second level. Has athleticism to get out and lead on screens. Has a nice kick step in pass pro. Strong with initial punch and accurate with hand placement. Is patient in base and rarely reaches. Moves well laterally to handle speed off the edge. Shows ability to mirror. Sometimes will block beyond the whistle. I like that dog. Goes on to say he has to continue to remain focused and keep emotions in check during the game. Should continue to refine technique. Adding upper body strength is important. Can play early at a top 20 program. So when we're talking about a guy that has the capability, the ability as a 5-star offensive tackle to play early, that's huge. That is huge for Tennessee. Let's go back to the article, take a look. Again, he changed his plans to get back on campus to visit the Tennessee Volunteers. This is from Keegan Pope over at on3.com. Says 5-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton was set to take an official to Oklahoma this weekend, but the nation's top uncommitted offensive lineman has had a change of plans. Sources tell On3's Josh Newberg that Seaton has canceled his visit with the Sooners and will instead take an unofficial visit to Tennessee this weekend. He also plans to take an official visit with the Volunteers later this fall, and if this time is unsure if he will reschedule the Oklahoma visit. 6'5", 295, already taken an official visit to Alabama and is scheduled to take one to Florida next weekend. Also visited Colorado for the Buffaloes game against Colorado State earlier this month. Again, priority. This is a huge priority. We know. We have talked all year long, this 2023 season, how the offensive line is kind of hindering the play calling. Some people want to blame Joey Halzle. They want to blame Joe Milton. This football team has a lot of problems, and we've talked at length that they're going to have to go into the transfer portal. A lot of the guys on the offensive line are upperclassmen. They're going to be gone after this season. Tennessee's going to have to go into that portal. You look at the class of 24. They have done a great job recruiting on the offensive line in the class of 24. You start on the interior. You got a couple of really good, highly graded 4-star prospects in William Satterwhite out of Ohio and Max Anderson out of Texas, and then you go to the outside. You got a good one. You got a big-time guy in Bennett Warren. Being able to swing him and get his interest, get him on campus, win the visit. Bennett Warren fell in love with Knoxville, and you landed a legitimate 4-star offensive tackle. If you talk about misses on the recruiting trail for Josh Heupel since coming to Tennessee, it's been those elite offensive tackle prospects. So you've got Bennett Warren in the boat. Can you add Jordan Seaton with him? Goes on to say the Volunteers are one of several teams in the mix for On3's number 1 offensive tackle in the 2024 class, a list that also includes South Carolina, Ohio State, and more. He doesn't have a decision date, but will likely take his recruitment to the early signing period in December. Here's a quote from Seaton. For me, it's about relationships and development. He told Chad Simmons, I will rely on those a lot when it comes time to pick the best school. NIL will play a small part too, and player compensation is something I'm looking at, but it is not what I will base my decision on. I need to have that relationship with the coach and the staff and feel good about the environment. That is what is most important. So that's what he told Chad Simmons over at on3.com. We talk about dropping that bag, right? We talk about spending that money, spending that NIL money. Jordan Seaton is the type of player that you want to spend that money on. This is the type of guy, again, if he's a guy that can come in and start early at the offensive tackle position, that's huge. That's a step in the right direction for Josh Heupel. But again, it's a big recruiting weekend for Tennessee. 4-star running back Daniel Hill will be in town. 4-star wide receiver Cam Michael will be in town. And then the news breaking just yesterday, 5-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton going to be taking in that Tennessee-South Carolina game on Saturday night. Going to be a hostile environment. Dark mode has been engaged. Neyland is going to be rocking. It is a revenge game. We all know, everybody in this fan base knows that revenge is on our mind heading into that game Saturday night. Jump into the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Does Tennessee have a shot with Jordan Seaton? Big-time news coming on the recruiting trail. And as always, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. It's quick, free, and easy. Also, check out the merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Pick up any and all merch. The link is also in the description. We have shirts for those of you that hate Alabama. If you hate Florida, if you hate Georgia, if you hate Kentucky, we've got all kinds of merchandise for you. Bonfire.com/store YouTube.com/Talkin VAWLS. I want to always thank the members of the channel for keeping the light bill paid around here. I'm grateful for you. You want to contribute to what we are doing, you can hit the join button down below and give as little as $1 a month. If you watch the videos every day, you enjoy the live streams, you enjoy the community aspect of this channel, and you want to keep it rolling, hit that join button and donate $1. You want to give a little more, we would greatly appreciate it. If you don't want to give anything, that's perfectly fine. You can smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. You can jump into the comment section, talk some Tennessee football, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.